Man, I am just like an emotional wreck after this movie. How's it going, everybody? So I'm back again with another review for you guys today. We're going to be talking about the latest film in the MCU, the epic conclusion to the 22-film Infinity Saga, Avengers Endgame. After how Infinity War ended with Thanos snapping half the world out of existence, including many of the MCU heroes, I think all of us were clamoring to find out what happens next because Thanos won, and we really don't know what's going to happen in this installment, but here we are, we finally figured it out. Of course, there's going to be no spoilers in this review, so I do have to be pretty vague with my thoughts, but I am going to do a spoiler discussion over on Ryan O'Toole's channel with a couple other YouTubers, so if you want to hear my full spoiler thoughts, I think that's on Sunday. I think I really do have to commend is the promotional material for the film because it really kind of kept us in the dark about what the actual story for the film is, and they actually did a really good job at that. I really did not expect the story we were going to get. Of course, I knew a little bits and pieces because you obviously have an idea that they're going to go stop Thanos in some way, but the actual story that unfolds throughout, I had no idea this going in that was actually going to be the story, and I really love the story as well. Of course, people are going to probably complain about so much fan service, but I think a lot of the fan service is actually really great, especially if you stuck around for all 22 films in the MCU. You're going to know bits and pieces and certain things and certain characters pop up that are really awesome, and just revisiting things from the MCU's past is just awesome in general. It just felt really rewarding as a fan of the MCU seeing all this stuff come to an end, because a lot of the storylines do have definitive endings, and it was really sad. I have to admit that I probably cried a couple times. It's man tears. The movie's sad. Of course, I'm not going to name every single character that's in this film, but I think that for the most part, everybody did a phenomenal job. There wasn't really a weak performance in the bunch. Surprisingly enough, I think Hawkeye got some of the best character arc in this with his character development. I've never been a big Hawkeye fan personally, but he actually really stood out to me. I was really impressed with his character in this, because he really goes through a really big arc in this film that I wasn't expecting going in, but all the characters, it's a really somber movie for the first hour and a half or so, trying to figure out how to, fix their problems. It's not like a completely upbeat movie because of how depressing the ending in Infinity War was, and I think that really helped the movie, because they're supposed to be heroes, but they don't know how to deal with this threat because they lost. And you really don't know how they're gonna get out of this, and I think that makes for a really compelling film. That how are the Avengers actually going to win this time? And I don't know how the Russo brothers did it, but I actually found myself enjoying the finale of this film even more than Infinity War, because Infinity War had an amazing third act, but I think the actual third act in Endgame may possibly be even better. Just like complete cheers throughout the crowd. Somehow it's like even more epic. It's like the whole last hour and a half or so of Endgame is nonstop crazy insane action set pieces, and I think that it's like just complete comic book amazingness. That's like the perfect way I could put it. And for this film being over 3 hours long, it really didn't feel like it to me. It kind of just was like a breeze. It was very well paced. I really wasn't bored the entire time. I was really invested. Of course, maybe that could be a testament to me being interested in the MCU, where I just was glued to the screen the entire time. But I think even if you weren't you were just a casual fan of superhero films, you're still going to be completely interested in all. It's not going to be boring whatsoever. I do kind of have to give a disclaimer though. If you're expecting this to be Thanos' movie once again like Infinity War was, definitely don't expect that. He's still a big deal, but he's not as big of the focus as he was in Infinity War. I really wish that I could discuss more about Avengers Endgame in a non-spoiler setting, because there's so much I want to talk about, but if I literally just say pretty much anything, it's going to be considered a spoiler, because so much happens in this that you don't see in the promotional material. If you do want to talk spoilers though, definitely make sure you head over to Ryan O'Toole's channel on Sunday for the spoiler discussion I'm doing, because there are some things that I really wasn't a big fan of. Some of the things in the ending, the way that things ended, I'm definitely not a big fan of certain things, but I can't really talk about them because they're so spoilery. But yeah, overall, it's a great film. It definitely lived up to the hype. I don't know if I like it as much or more than Infinity War yet, but I'm probably going to do a ranking in the next couple days, so stay tuned for that as well on the channel. But as always, thank you so much for checking out my review for Avengers Endgame. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. What did you think of Avengers Endgame when you see it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you cry at certain moments like I did? Do you think this film's better than Avengers Infinity War, or not as good? Let me know. It's a discussion go in the comments as always. But thank you so much for checking out my review. Like I said, make sure you give it a like, hit that subscribe button so you keep updated with my movie reviews, trailer reactions, unboxings, and more. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.